dead end? No, I feel a strong energy inside. This must be the place. Okay, leave this to me. Stay back, Ciel. You should go. I'll take care of them. This must be... This must be Zero. We found him at last. It's protected. What should I do? Watch out! We're cornered. We have to evacuate now. But... we have no time to argue. Mylan! Ciel. Ciel! Huh? You should use my power. You have no choice. What? Passy, if I do, you'll be... Don't worry about me. Remember, everyone's waiting for your safe return. Okay, thank you. No, I should thank you, Ciel. Goodbye. Zero has been resurrected. Zero? Help me, please. So what do you guys say? Let's turn this Zero into a hero. Because hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcoming you to one of my absolute favorite childhood games of all time, Megaman Zero. Now, I do want to give the disclaimer, this is going to be a 100% run, which to me means two things. We're going to be picking up every single cyber elf in the game, there's 70 plus of them, and we're, excuse you, and we're not going to be running to spoilers, or I guess I'm a liar because I guess we are going to be running into just all of them, my bad. But we're also going to be getting all S rank. So, cyber elves can be picked up in two ways. You can either defeat a certain amount of enemies, like in this case. You can defeat a certain amount of Spoida nests in order to pick up that cyber elf. Or you can find them just kind of hidden away in different little alcoves and nooks and crannies throughout the levels. Now, S ranks are a whole nother deal. This game is not easy, and going for the S ranks makes it exponentially harder, IMHO. Things to watch out for, we just basically need to defeat a certain amount of enemies, get through this level within a certain amount of time. Wow, that hitbox was way bigger than I thought it'd be. And just keep an eye out for various mission objectives. What? It's a dead end? Oh, what should we do? And he rushes forward to catch her and break her fall. And guys, I gotta say, this game is loaded to the brim with little moments like that where there's just a lot of great non-verbal storytelling that goes into it. And I love it so much. But like Ciel was saying, it seems like we're in some kind of underground laboratory. Makes you wonder what exactly they were studying, and why Zero, of all people, why one of the most legendary Reploids of all time was stuck in the back. And I'm sorry, I know I was talking over things, but yeah, we're not actually quite done here with this level, because we have one last baddie, one of the golems from the very beginning intro cutscene. So this guy, one of the ways that I like to damage him the best is by just doing a little wall jump and attacking like that. You can also hang out over in this wall because most of his attacks can't hit you if you just kind of hang up near the ceiling. Although there's one more attack. Hold up, let's see if we can get it. There's one more attack where he just fights the ceiling, the true enemy of any protagonist. Let's be real, guys. And when he does that, if you just do a full hop and then use the buster right at the peak of that, you'll be able to do that too. But rats. It really seems like our buster just isn't cutting it.
Use this, Zero.
Who are you?
Hurry, you have to save her. Don't waste time.
And so give me one sec. Attack type B, and bam. That's all it takes. One hit from the Z-Saber, and again, he covers her from the explosion. Zero, I love you so much. It's so good. I can't believe you were able to destroy a golem. You were right. You are Zero, the legendary Reploid. Zero, is that my name? Ugh, I can't remember. Just relax for a moment. You have hibernation sickness. I'm sorry for forcing you to wake up. And thank you for saving me. My name is Ciel. I'm a scientist. Let's go to our base before more enemies arrive. What if I'm not the Zero you were talking about? You proved to me that you are Zero by saving me from that golem. And save her we did. I mean, thank God that orb thing showed up. Was Zero's most iconic weapon of all things. Because Lord knows, with just using the buster shots alone, Ciel probably would have been crushed before we could have gotten to her. But with that, we are now officially at the end. And by returning base, we see one of the most iconic features of the Megaman Zero series, the results screen. Every mission in this game will get graded based on your performance. So on screen, you'll see the total amount of points you need in order to get the S ranks and all the previous ones below that. Our mission, of course, was to protect Ciel. If she got damaged at all, we would have started losing points, and that includes too, if you don't do that wall jump off the wall when using the Z-Saber on the golem, you will hit Ciel and lose points for that. In addition, clear time was 120, I lost a point for that. But it looks like everything else, I defeated enough enemies, I didn't take enough damage to lose any points, I didn't die, and I didn't use any Cyber Elves, which we'll get into in a little bit once we kind of explore what Cyber Elves in general do. Anyway, welcome to our Resistance Base Zero. This is a shelter for injured Reploids who are suspected of being Mavericks. We have fought so hard to survive, however we know that the end is coming. But that's why we've been looking for you. You are our last hope. Most of us think that Zero is nothing but a fantasy. However, a few still believed in your existence and have looked for you. You are Zero, the legendary Reploid who fought with X to save the world 100 years ago. X? That name sounds familiar. X, that legendary Reploid is still alive, and he's trying to retire all of us. X is trying to retire you? His plans have already begun. Many innocent Reploids are being retired as we speak. We need your help. Our future depends on you. Please help us.
I don't think so.
Oh no, Ciel. She's such a pure good girl. I'm so sorry, honey. I will make it up to you. We will make amends. Forgive me. She's such a cinnamon roll, guys. I love Ciel. But anyway, if you get an A or an S rank, you unlock this room and you get yourself a little Cyber Elf. Those are these glowy things that we've been collecting and that we're doing the 100% run of, so it's a pretty cool time. Also, this room, it's really nice. You know, we got a nice little shower area. We got like little boots by her bed. It's adorable. Love it. Anyway, though, we could talk to Ciel and we could take on the next mission, but there's some more stuff that I like to do. I like to take a little tour of the area and just kind of get a sense of the people that we're going to be talking to throughout the course of this adventure. Also, shouts to Zero for infiltrating Ciel's bedroom and totally invading her private space within the span of like 3 minutes of being here. Also though, wow, what a guy. I see how it is. Thought everyone knew who I was. Well, you know what? It's nice to meet you too, Alouette. Better than the other unnamed guy. But she's so cute, I love her so much. And she also serves as a really nice segue into Cyber Elves. So, Cyber Elves have really great powers, but when you use them, they die. Yeah, I feel sorry for them too, Alouette. Cyber Elves kind of bring up one of the most morally ambiguous parts of Megaman Zero, and they're pretty dang cool, so I like them a lot. There's 3 categories to them. We have the nurses, we have the animals, and we have hackers. Nurses are the heart-shaped ones. They're basically all having to deal with Zero's HP, expanding his HP bar, healing him up, stuff like that. Super useful. They have a lot of utility, but they're kind of narrow in what they affect. Animals, on the other hand, are a lot more broader in scope, in the sense that they'll boost Zero's abilities. So like his running speed, oops, I did not mean to do that. Sorry about that. So things like his running speed, his climbing ability, his jumps, his hops, if you will, stuff like that. They're pretty cool. They affect Zero's physicality. Hackers, on the other hand, if animals affect Zero, hackers affect everything around Zero. So stuff like enemies, bosses, the stage layouts themselves. These guys have a lot of really cool effects. They probably have the most variety in terms of like these 3 categories, and I'm excited to show them off. Sorta. The thing about the elves is that, again, they die, and the game is fully aware of that. If you use them, you lose points for your mission score. Also, actually, before I get into that real quick, do a note, every single time you complete a mission, you'll find some crystals, which if you see on the upper right-hand corner, that counter will keep track of all the ones that you find. So they're either those like little blue, god dang, okay, there we go. They're gonna be either those blue pellet things that we've been picking up, or those, what am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. We don't have to go up there. Or the like lantern-esque thing that we just picked up right there. So the little pellet things are worth 4, I believe, and the lanterns are worth 16. Also, did not mean to use this. I should probably confess, I'm using the Wii, or no, not the Wii, the Switch Pro Controller to play this game, which it's good for some things, but it's also very good at inputting diagonals, which is not very fun with elevators. But anyway, this guy, Transserver basically moves something to some place. He
Picks things up, then puts them down. Yeah.
But if you want to download a Cyber Elf, this is also the place to do that. So basically, Transserver serve not only as fast travel points, which by itself is really, really handy, but they're also the place that we'll go to whenever we want to equip Cyber Elves to 0 so that we can use them for a mission. So we can also feed Cyber Elves the crystals that we find, those energy crystals, like the blue lantern thing that we picked up, in order to allow them to grow and to get some particularly strong abilities. But again, like he's saying, if you use them, they gone. They're all one-time uses. And it really brings up the point, like, man, even though they're just lines of code, if they have a conscious, should they get the same rights as like you or me, as like a biological life form, or even a mechanical one like Zero? Either way though, you'll notice that Nuppy isn't able to be downloaded, but if we go to the feed elf screen, we can go ahead and feed her. So any cyber elf that is a 2x2 square or a 3x3, we can actually feed them crystals to get them to grow. So I'm not gonna do it right now, but we do need 750 in order to get her fed up and then actually able to use. Now, any of the 1x1 square cyber elves are able to be used. So like my boy B-Boys, which is a great name. Oh my God, B-Boys. Well, that B-Boys, I don't know what that means. Either way, him or like any of these hacker guys that we have, they can all be equipped and used straight at the gate. Again, not gonna be using them because the thing about using cyber elves is that the game goes like, wow, you just slaughtered an innocent life. Congratulations, you're not getting S rank. So if you use any cyber elf, you lose points, you're not able to get the S rank. And this also goes not only for the one-time use temporary cyber elves, but some cyber elves, like the ones that expand Zero's health bar, are permanent ones. So like when you use them in a mission, even when you go to other missions, that health bar will still stay expanded. And if that's the case, if you use any cyber elves like that, you still end up losing points, and it just builds up the more elves you use. So for that reason, even though we're collecting all the cyber elves, I'm not gonna be using a single one for any of these actual playthroughs. Now I'm still gonna be showing off all the effects and doing all the fun stuff. Don't worry about that. Still gonna be going over all of them, but I can't actually use them for any of the missions themselves. Now this boy up here, I gotta say, I like his visor. I want one. I would wear one in public. No, I wouldn't. That was a lie. How do you feel? You've been betrayed. Please unsubscribe, like, and comment. What am I saying? Anyway, what this guy is talking about is that, like Zero himself, honestly, each one of Zero's weapons has this unlimited potential to it, this hidden potential, if you will, where every time you damage an enemy using one of the weapons attacks, you'll get a set amount of experience points. When you get enough experience points, the weapons end up leveling up and getting new skills, which is so cool. Now, some of them are kind of boring, but some of them, like Z-Saber, end up getting some really neat stuff. Also, I'm not jumping in place. I actually can't go past this guy.
Who are you? Oh, who cares? Will you do me a favor? I'm too hungry to move. Will you spare me some energy crystal? 250 crystal would you? Will you give them to me?
Sure, pal. Here you go.
Really? How kind of you. Hey, give me a break, pal. Do you really think I can get healthy with a few missing crystals like this?
You know, you gotta love, he's definitely a Reploid. Shouts to whoever decided to make him chubby. You know, they were definitely into something, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So anyway, we'll be back to him in a little bit, but I do want to talk to him because this game also has an insane amount of polish to it, okay? And you just keep that in the back of your minds. Insane amount of polish, Mr. Fatso Crystal Boy. With that though, again, we could talk to Ciel, we could go on with the next mission, but there's something else that I want to show off real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and meet you guys there. Alright, so using the Transserver again, they do act as our fast travel points. We can actually travel back to the underground laboratory. Now what's really, really cool about Megaman Zero, one of my favorite parts about this game, is that it's very open world in the sense that once you beat a mission, you can go back to that level and replay it. Any cyber elf that's dropped by like a regular enemy, like if you have to defeat a certain amount of enemies, you can't go back and get those. But say like we forgot about Nuppy up here, you could come back here and collect her. So that's really cool. It also, I highly encourage, if you're not doing like a speedrun or anything, I highly encourage you to always replay these areas and go back to explore them, because there will always be a ton of energy crystals just kind of lying around doing their own thing. So it can be a really handy way to level up your weapons, to get more energy crystals, and to potentially pick up any cyber elves that you might have missed your first playthrough. Now, you can see we do have the Z-Saber, and I love to death one of the most satisfying weapons in video game history, IMHO. And I also want to give a huge shout out to those spider things. They are hands down one of the best ways to grind in this game. And yeah, this place is a great area to get some grinding going on. Aha! Okay, so right there, we do have the ability to now shoot up to 4 buster shots all at once, which is pretty cool. But that kind of brings up the whole level up system. So every time you do 1 damage with 1 good old Buster Lemon, you will get 1 experience point, which, bada boom, bada bing, will give us one of those little stars at the bottom. So that's pretty cool. How it works is when you get 30 experience points, you get the first level up. When you get 90 after that, you'll get the second level up. And when you get 270, you get the third level up. And that applies for all weapons. So right there too. The jump attack is actually OP. This is called the Wiggletron, where if you hold down and keep the Z-Saber's jump attack out in front of 0 and then wiggle left and right, you can do a lot of damage real fast. I should probably also show the double slash that we just unlocked. So yeah, super cool. All right, but that's basically all I wanted to give a shout out to. So with that, let's go ahead and finally return to Ciel. You know your girl's good when she's blonde and she got the ponytail, the 2 certified ArchTalko Slayers right there. So anyway, will you help us? Thank you, ya bitch. It's like a dream comes true. Now, with your help, I think I can save everyone. What I want to ask you is if you would try and do something that no one has been able to do so far. I want you to destroy the disposal center, where they retire our comrades one after another. Even while I speak, they may be retiring a Reploid who is wrongly suspected of being a Maverick. To prevent any additional loss of Reploid life, please destroy the enemy facility. Will you accept? Well, Ciel. I don't think so, because anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching me play. In the next episode of Megaman Zero, we're gonna be actually going on this mission, not being a guy, eating our pie, and all in all, having a good old time. I don't know what any of that means, but hey, huge shout out to everyone who's been supporting me on Patreon. You guys have been amazing. And as always, I'll see you for the next one.